3, 2, 1. All right. Welcome to the Game Warrior. My name is Jason. Today we're going to look at Marvel United Multiverse. Now, the first thing you might be asking yourself is, where have you been, Jason? Why have you not been talking about this magnificent game yet? Well, you know what? The day it came out, I did something. I backed it. Because I already have the first one. Now, I did not back this game. I bought it retail after I backed this one, and I got all the goodies except for the playmat and the nice cardboard pieces for the players boards and the chits, the tokens. So I'm really sad about that, but I'm gonna fix that because I jumped right in. I didn't wait. There was no delay. Let's just get right back to it, and let's take a look at Marvel United Multiverse because they're doing some things that I really like. Now, the first thing to talk about is, what is the multiverse and what are all these characters? Well, that's the thing I like the least. Most of these characters, meh, who cares, right? Where's Iron Man? Where's Cap? Where's the good guys, right? Where's Wolverine and Magneto and Juggernaut, right? Those are the great classic characters we all love. We all know them. They're our favorites. So what are these? Well, two things. One, they're alternate versions of some of the ones that we do love. So that's kind of cool. And two, they're all the obscure outer world ones that we don't care about. However, it really doesn't matter because what they're doing with the gameplay is pretty impressive. They're up in their game, and so let's talk about it. First of all, let's just have a little chat. We're about halfway through the campaign, maybe less, I guess, because there's 12 days to go. They've already raised $1,750,000 almost. I am one of those 12,000 backers. In fact, I'm like number 1,500. I like to get in early, right? Because I have the same belief that you do. It's probably a false belief, but it's something we cling to. Oh, do we believe it? That if we're early on these backers, we're going to get our game early. You know, I just saw Massive Darkness DOS. They just printed an email today, January 27th, 2023. They said, I think the last of them are out. And I'm like, oh man, I got that 6 months ago, right? But then I was early on it. So I hope, so far with Simon games, when I get in early, I tend to get the game in the first wave of them. So I don't know if that's how they do it. Let's hope. Let's hope. I will say, however, that on Cthulhu Death May Die, I was really early. I was like 600 or something like that, 650. I was just, boom, Johnny on the spot. And then I did the $100 pledge. And then yesterday, or 2 days ago, I went in, upped my ante on it. I got the pledge I really wanted, paid for the shipping, and it said I was like, backer 10,000 or something on backer kit. And I was like, whoa, did I get moved down the queue? Probably none of this matters. Who knows? But I like to get in there early. So I missed it. I wasn't paying attention, and I got an email from my friend Greg, and he said, hey, I backed it. And I'm like, whoa! So 1,500, not very good. Hopefully it's pretty early, though. I know you don't want to hear about that. Okay, let's go. So what pledge did I get? So I initially, you can see right here, I did the $100 Herald pledge. The first pledge I did was the $65 pledge. Now, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. You know it already, right? I'm going to hold to this Herald pledge. So I'm not going to help their numbers much here. But when the pledge manager comes, I'm going to go all in. No, head first. I am going Pete Rose all the way in. Head first. I'm diving for home. Because I just love this game. I do. Now let's talk about the game itself. Here's the Multiverse Pledge, which is the basic game with the new characters. And in this sense right here, like nothing's too different. Nothing's really too different. We got some new characters. We got the Wrecking Crew. But here's the Herald Pledge, in which they put this big statue of Galactus. Now, where have you seen this before? Where? I know where. It was in a year ago, Marvel Zombies. That was the game I did so much coverage on. It was just, I covered it almost every day. Got a lot of subscribers, and then I ended up canceling that. So I don't even have it because the shipping was way too high. I did not get the Galactus. Had I kept the order, I still wouldn't have gotten it. And I'm not really impressed with this, but I am happy that it's smaller. Oh, make it smaller, please. And I think this is going to be fun. I think this is a small little Galactus, and I really do like this Coming of Galactus expansion. And so I upped my Herald pledge. So let's talk a little bit. And there's a few exclusive things in there. And then here's all the stretch goals that are coming in. And this is really the fun part of it. I have such a big game. You can see it right here. Marvel United X-Men. This is my big, look how thick that box is. I mean, it is just chock full of extra stuff. It's so fun to play. It's the goodies. It's what we do it for. Like, CMON is so smart. They know you want a box of goodies, and they give you a box of goodies. There you go. You know, that's the thing about Marvel Zombies. Let's go into regret phase, right? I have a friend on the online here, Robert. He's got me to the point where I'm almost regretting it. Yeah, I mean, it's that big box of extra characters, right? That would have been so cool. But like I said in a previous review, Undead or Alive didn't impress me as much as I thought, and I went all in on that. So maybe I'm happy that I'm not doing Zombicide. I got so many games to play. Okay. And by the way, today I just uploaded, or am uploading, it's still going right now, how to play Flamecraft. And so what I'm doing is practicing these how to play videos. It's not perfect. Sorry, tangent. But I do feel like I'm going somewhere with it. And Flamecraft is a fun game, but it's not like the best game in the world. But it was something to practice on. So I hope you like it. If you wanted to learn how to play that game, I think I did a pretty good job at teaching it. Okay. Here's the anti-heroes, which I think they introduced in X-Men, which is the idea of heroes that could go good or bad. And then here's just the plain villains. And all these sculpts look great. Now, I like the chibi art. A lot of people don't. I just think it's fun. It's great. Now, here's something they added. Equipment. I think this is a great design inclusion. They did this kind of with Cthulhu Death May Die, where they added the, were they runes? They were kind of equipment things that helped you in the game. I really do like equipment. You get to play with Mjolnir. You get to play with some of the big equipment pieces from the Marvel Universe. It's brilliant. It's a good idea. It's fun. They also have generic equipment so that you can go back and give some of these guys some equipment if they don't have any. Awesome. Now here's something else they're doing, and I love this idea. I cannot wait to play it. It's the team decks. So what they do is they allow you to play a team. Brilliant. Who is it? Is it Tiago? Tiago is the designer maybe here? I'm not sure. I should have found this out before we started. Well, don't know. Anyways, he, I think, is the head of CMON's design space, taking over for Eric Lang. And he did a lot of talking about what he was doing, designing. I hope I got the right guy. If I don't, I apologize. With Cthulhu Death May Die and how they designed that space to make it the same but better. And I thought he did nailed home run over the wall. Here, I think they're doing the same thing. I really do. I think these are small little improvements that are awesome. I really do. It is complicating. That's a new word. I just made a new word. Complicating. You know what it means. You don't even have to look in the dictionary. But these team decks, you can tell I'm a little excited. I'm a little excited for Marvel United. And I've got so much content to play. It's just fun. Like, I'm not running out, but this is just a fun thing for me. And so, like, it's a no-brainer. I'm in on it. It's just fun. It's fun for kids. It's fun for adults. It's just a win. I wonder if the people at CMON, are looking at each other going, we had no idea it was going to be this good. No idea. But there it goes. They have these team decks. And so what you do is you get a list of team players. So you have to be a person. You get to choose your character from among the team. And I think you have to play with 4. I'm not too sure about that. And then you have a team deck, and 2 cards of the team deck are face up. So anytime you're playing and you're ready to do your action, your movement, your attack, whatever your special thing is, you can, instead of using your card, use one of the team cards. And they have combined effects. Now there's a bad card in the deck. There's a bad card. And so it kind of affects everybody during the game until someone picks it and uses it. I think that's a cool mechanic. I don't know how it's all going to play out on the table, but I'm telling you, that's a neat idea. You play Gen X, you play Starjammers. It's just a whole bunch of others too. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, 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 yes. Nice job. Now here's some optional buys. Civil War, right? This is the new one. I think they just announced this today, and absolutely. And this is the way they're sneaking, like it's a multiverse, right? So they're sneaking an Iron Man version in here. I think we have Kickstarter exclusive of Spider-Man with the robot stuff right from the movies. Well done. Civil War, $40. You got my $40, bros. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'll be upgrading once I'm in the Pledge Manager. So I already told you I'm not upgrading now. I'll wait. They're going to do it pretty quick. A month or two, they'll do it. They'll give us a month. Like Cthulhu Death Die was just in October, right? Or right after October, November. And the Pledge Manager closes in a couple days. So there you go. CMON is pretty strict. Like they wait a month, two, open the Pledge Manager, give you a month, two, close it, boom. And they've already got resin samples coming. And so I know it's not going to happen, but I sure imagine in a dream world that I'll get my Cthulhu Death May Die by Christmas next year. I'm dreaming, right? You know it. I'm crazy. It's not going to happen. Okay, War of Kings is an expansion. It's a little bit cheaper. It's $5 cheaper. This looks fun. Yeah, I'm in on it. And these sculpts and these minis are amazing. I'm just loving them. You got an Age of Apocalypse. So this is, I think, as if Apocalypse 1. And so that's amazing as well. I'm obviously in on that. The playmat. This time I'm getting the playmat. Absolutely. Because one thing you got to know, right? This retail version is shite. It's pure crap. It's just the crappiest components. The miniatures are great. Everything else, it's crap. That's why it's $35 or $30 on Amazon. You get what you pay for, but they're not. They're smart. Like, make this available. Go buy yourself a game. Have some fun. Who cares about the component? But if you do compare about the components, like I do, what are you going to do? You're going to get yourself some upgraded components. Team decks, here's a whole bunch of there's Uncanny, X-Force, X-Men, all sorts of ones. These are the promo team decks. What does that mean? What does that mean? You can get these team decks, I believe, from old promo team decks. Oh, for the promo material. And that includes going back. Because what did they just offer? Classic promo bundles. So right there, the United promos. You can see right there, I got the X-Men, which is right here, which you can see on screen, but I don't have the promos from Marvel United. The first one, now I do. $120, boom, out the window. Where'd my wallet go? It's gone. Money's gone. I'm going to buy that. Now, there are a few other Kickstarter exclusives. We should look. I wonder if it'll let me do this. Let's take a look. You want to spend some time with me as we are messing around? I should have had this open, right? United. This is the first Marvel United. And so what are some of the things that we couldn't get? So here's all of the extra stuff is all this stuff here, right? We're going to get that because I'm going to pay $120 and get that thing. Get that. And I'm going to pay way more for this than the Ultimate Pledge of $190 back in a few years ago when they did this. Let's see what they have. What are the ones, the Ultimate Pledge? So these are the extras. You could get the Infinity Gauntlet. I don't know if that's retail. It says Kickstarter exclusive. So right now, that is still unavailable. Now, in the Marvel United X-Men, they allowed you to go back and just get a big bundle. This year, so far, they said they're not going to, but they then kind of lied because they allowed us to have the promo box. So I don't know how I will ever get the Infinity Gauntlet unless I pay ridiculous prices on eBay. Over here, Return of the Sinister Six, another one that they say is K exclusive, so that didn't come to retail. Rise of the Black Panther, Tales of Asgard, Guardians of the Galaxy Remix, Enter the Spider-Verse. I do have Enter the Spider-Verse, and I think these might be out. Should we pause it? Can we pause this video and then go look? Let's go look. Just like that, we're back. And look, we're on Amazon, and there's Tales of Asgard. So that is there. That is there. And down here, we have Rise of the Black Panther. That's there. And we have Guardians of the Galaxy Remix. So, there you go. They are there. Those three we can get. Let's come back to this. We can get those, and I've already got Spider. So these three I can get. These two, are they just going to keep them exclusive? Are they gone forever? Will we ever get the Infinity Gauntlet? Will we ever get the Return of the Sinister Six? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they do. Okay, and then optional buys, Return of the Sinister Six, Infinity Gauntlet, Tales of Asgard, Rise, Panther, Enter Spider-Verse, Playmat, which we're going to get the new one, and then the cardboard locations. So they haven't done it yet, but they will upgrade the cardboard locations, and we'll get beta locations. And they also are going back and making the Fantastic Four box from the last set available. And that was kind of weird that they even put the Fantastic Four in the X-Men. I don't know what they were thinking, but they did. And now they're doing it again, which makes sense. But luckily, I've already got that from X-Men United. So I love it. You know, I love the teams. Oh, and then the new one just came out, the Civil War. Okay, so let's talk about Civil War real quick before I let you go. Yeah, you're trying to leave. You're like edging out the door. I want to go, Jace, but I'm not letting you go because we're talking. We're talking, aren't we? Here we are. I'm just having some fun. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man 2099. I used to like that comic book. Okay. Civil War. So what they're doing is they're turning it into a head-to-head play. And I think that's a great idea. Here it is, head-to-head play. And I just think that's a great idea. So you can play these. Look at this. You're looking. You're going, wait, Jace. Whoa, where's the bad guys? Where's the red or the purple figures? There aren't any because it's team against team. It's Civil War. Oh, I think it's a genius idea. I hope it allows us to play with other characters that aren't in this set. I'm not sure if it does. Like, can you go get can you get Iron Man from here? Can you get Cap from here and play with them? Or do you just have to play with these versions? I'm not sure about that yet. But this is a good idea. Like, me and my wife can sit and play against each other in the Civil War, or me and my friends, or me and my son. Very, very happy with that. All right. It's not done. We got 12 days to go. What's going to happen? What's coming up? What more will come? So far, I'm enjoying this. I'm just loving it. I will admit, my number one thing is that the characters are not as enticing. And how could they be? I mean, they've used up the good ones. They're not stupid. I mean, they started with the Avenger basically set, and then they went to the X-Men. And I mean, what are they going to do next? I did think it would be cool. There's a team deck that says Gen X, and it might be cool if they ever did crossovers. Like, I wonder if they're ever going to think of that. That'd probably be a nightmare in terms of licensing. But, I mean, you remember Superman versus Batman? I don't know. That's not what I'm thinking. X-Men versus Justice League? Like, what if they got this mini DC license and, and they had a, X-Men versus the Justice League or something like that, or Avengers versus they used to do comic book crossovers all the time back in the old days when I was young and owned a comic book shop. Did you know that? Also raised African lions into heavy metal and EDM, all sorts of stuff. And I'm a therapist for couples trying to keep their marriage together or just enhance it. Lots of fun stuff, right? And I like fantasy, and I've written some novels. I could talk all day. Anyways, all this fun stuff. I was just thinking, back then there was a Generation X was the comic book. J. Scott Campbell did the art back in the old day. Remember that? I don't know if any of you remember that. I just thought, wow, that would be great. That would be a fun crossover. Or, Spawn, or any of those old Image comics. I don't know what they're up to these days. The big one would be do something like, a general old day Image comics ones, Savage Dragon and all those guys. I don't know if they are still around. But a small DC one, a little Versus would be kind of cool. Maybe not in the Civil War sense, but, add a box of DC and then, I don't know. They probably, Spin Master people aren't stupid. This worked pretty well. So they got to be thinking, what's the other property out there? Well, it'd be DC. So a DC United. I'd probably pick that up. Okay, everybody. Tappa. Tell me what you think of Marvel United, the Multiverse. I want to hear it. I'm loving it. I'm having fun. This is awesome. Until next time, it's been Jason the Game Warrior. Have yourself some comic book fun.